Hello students, welcome to the third part of this class from chapter 11, that is Human Eye and the Colorful World. So in this part we are going to discuss about prism, and also how refraction occurs through a prism, what is prism, how refraction occurs through a prism, and also what is dispersion and how dispersion occurs through a prism. So first you might want to know what is a prism. A prism is a triangular glass. Okay, it is a solid structure made of glass. It is two reflecting surface, and just to show you, I have brought one prism. So this is a prism. So you can see here, this is a prism. It is triangular in shape. It is triangular in shape, and you can see the reflecting surfaces. Suppose if you take these two sides, this and this side, these two will be the reflecting surface. So you will see, you can see the refraction through a prism. So I'll show you how refraction occurs through a prism. And this is a prism, so you should remember it is a triangular glass, triangular slab of glass, triangular solid shape of glass. So it is triangular shape. And so you can, if you want to learn more, and if you want to know if you want to do some experiments, or if you want to do some if you want to know more about light, you can buy it. Okay, you'll get in Amazon or any online store. It's very cheap. So this is a prism. So let's first of all we'll say how refraction of light occurs. You have learned about refraction. What is refraction? The light ray changes its direction on the boundary between two transparent media with different refractive indices. When a light ray falls on, coming from one medium, one transparent medium falls on another transparent medium with what slightly different refractive index, what happens? The light ray bends. It will not go the straight direction. That is refraction. But how refraction occurs through a prism, we'll see. First I'll show you how refraction occurs here. I'm going to show you with this prism. So I've taken one pencil to show you the refraction through a prism. So this is a pencil. Of course I'll show you in drawing too how refraction occurs through a prism, but I'll show you practically how refraction occurs. So you can see this very colorful pencil. So and this is my prism. So this is my prism. You can see it is a triangular shape. See, and we have two refracting surface. This side, this is one refracting surface, and this is another refracting surface. So we'll see how refraction occurs. So suppose I'll hold my prism. So first clean it up properly. So I'm going to clean the prism. So it's almost clean. So I'll keep the prism here. Then I'll try to see the refraction. So if I take the pencil this side, okay, see, you cannot see the pencil now. Okay, you cannot see the pencil, even though it is behind the prism, you cannot see the pencil. But if I take it very further away, see, now the pencil is visible. Okay, see, but you see the actual pencil. Where is the actual pencil? You can see here, the actual pencil is somewhere way away from the prism. But in the prism, you can see somewhere. See how refraction has occurred. How the refraction has occurred. So how it occurs, so how it happens, we are going to see by drawing the diagram, through the diagram of this picture. So we'll draw one diagram and then we'll try to understand it. So students, this is the refraction of light through a prism. So this is a prism A, B, C. I have to think of it as a prism. The prism A, B, and C. This is a prism. So suppose a incident ray, suppose a ray coming from this side. Okay, it falls on the prism here. So it falls on the prism. Since this medium is air and this is glass medium, so what, the air medium is rarer and the glass medium is denser. So what will happen, instead of going straight, suppose it would go straight. Okay, it should go straight, but instead of going straight, what will happen, suppose there we have drawn the normal. So what will happen, it will bend towards the normal. So the light ray will not go straight. Okay, the light ray that is incident on the prism will not go straight. And what will happen, it will go it will go nearer to the normal. It will bend towards the normal. As a result, it will come towards the normal here. Again now here in this media also there is a in this boundary, there is one more boundary here between the glass and the air. So this part is again rarer medium, here it is denser medium. Actually it should have come straight. Okay, the light rays should come straight, but since there is a boundary here between the glass and the air medium, what will happen? It will move away from the normal. So this is the normal, this is a normal, this is a normal. Suppose what it should come straight this side, it should come straight this side, but it will move away from the normal, it will come away from the normal. So at the end you will see that it will come this side. So that's why I, at that time when I gave you, okay, you have seen in the video, when I kept the pencil here, when I kept the pencil here, you saw that the pencil from this side, you saw the pencil here. Okay, actually the pencil was somewhere here and you saw the image somewhere here. Why? Because of this refraction. All right, and there is one important thing here. You should learn this drawing, how to draw. So there is one important thing. Suppose this is the initial direction, initial ray direction. This one was the initial ray direction. It was the direction of the ray. The ray went straight from this side. Okay, the ray went straight here. Then after this is the what? Incident ray. Then at the end the ray emerged. The ray, it was bent and emerged this direction. In this direction the ray went out. Okay, the ray emerged in this direction. So if you draw the original ray here, okay, and the emerging ray, so they make an angle here, okay, and that angle is called angle of deviation. Okay, here it is given angle of deviation. What is angle of deviation? So suppose what, the angle between the original ray and the emerging ray, the ray that came out, okay, the original ray and the final ray, the angle between them, okay, that is called the angle of deviation. So you should remember these things. This is called angle of deviation. So our next topic is dispersion of light. So what is dispersion of light? Once again, for this definition I have taken the help of one of my students. So Unica will be telling us the definition of what is spectrum, what is dispersion. Okay, first let us learn what is dispersion, then we'll go to what is spectrum. Okay, so let's hear from Unica.
The splitting of light into its component color is called dispersion.
Alright, thank you. So what is dispersion? Dispersion is the splitting of light into its component colors. So what does it mean? So in an easy way you can say that suppose the white light, let's take the white light, and you might have got it in the earlier classes. What is the white light made of? The white light is actually made of 7 colors. Alright, the white light is composed of 7 colors, and when the white color splits, okay, it will give back the 7 colors. And what are these colors? I think you have learned. These colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. That is, or you can simply remember the acronym. That is VIBGYOR: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So these are the colors that are the components of our white light. So when a white light falls, okay, this is once again I have brought the prism. So when a light falls, okay, when light falls on one reflecting surface, when light, suppose you can make a very thin band of light or little very small speck of light. If you allow it to fall on here, then on the other side you will find that it will split into 7 colors. Of course you can you may not be able to see it with all the light around you. It has to be in a very dark room. Not only in the dark room, you will need a spectrometer to view it. Okay, spectrometer, that instrument, you'll need it. So if you allow light to fall, it will split up into 7 colors. Then that is called dispersion. Then the band of colors, the 7 colors, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, this band of colors, it is known as spectrum. Okay, it is known as spectrum. These 7 colors that the white light is made of, that is called the spectrum. So let us hear once again from Unica.
The band of the color component of a light beam is called its spectrum. It was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. Not this Newton, that Newton.
Okay, so alright, we got some extra knowledge too, so that is always useful. So how did Newton found out that this white light consists of only 7 colors? So what he did, so first he allowed light to pass through one prism. It split into 7 colors. Okay, you can see the dispersion. He could see the dispersion, and he placed another prism. Okay, there is one prism here. He placed another prism in order to split the 7 colors also. but he found that light could be split into only 7 colors. Light gave only 7 colors. All right. Then what he did, after that he took one prism, okay, suppose this direction was, and another prism he took it upside down, okay, another prism he took it upside down. So what happened, when the light ray hit the first prism, okay, when the light ray hit the first prism, it was splitted, okay, it was splitted into 7 colors. Then when the 7 colors hit the other prism that was turned upside down, okay, that prism was turned upside down, when the 7 colors hit it, he found that again only a single white light came out, okay, no more splitting, only a single white light came out. So that was performed by Newton, and from there he knew that light consists of only 7 colors. Okay, now you might have seen the I think you have understood what is dispersion, what is spectrum. You might have seen spectrum in many things, okay, you might have seen it. Very simple example is the rainbow. I think you have seen the rainbow after rain showers, when the sun comes up. So it is a natural spectrum. The rainbow is a natural spectrum seen after the rain shower. So it is due to the tiny raindrops, okay, after rain, tiny raindrops that are present in the atmosphere. The atmosphere, it contains tiny raindrops, and these raindrops acts like prism, okay, acts like tiny prism, and they not only split the white light, they also what, they reflect in internally. We'll learn it in detail again. So this is dispersion through a glass prism. So suppose when we send a when we allow a white speck of white light, okay, very small band of white light to fall on the glass prism, what happens, it will break up into its component colors. Component colors means it will split into its whatever color the white light is made of. So our white light is made up of 7 colors, right? So you already know, you can simply, or if you know, you can remember by this words V, I, B, Z, Y, O and R. So V means violet, this color you can see here, violet. I means indigo, here indigo. Then V means blue, B means blue, here it is blue. Z means green, here it is green. Yellow, yellow, and orange, and orange, and red, and red. Okay, so violet is the most deviated and orange is the most less deviated. Okay, most deviated is the violet color, okay, and the red color is less deviated. So we'll need this also in the later part of the chapter. The violet color is more deviated and the red color is less deviated. Why it is, I'll tell you in the later part of the chapter, but you need to remember, okay, and you need to remember the spectrum. This entire band of color, this band of color is called spectrum. Spectrum, this is called spectrum, S-P-E-C-T-R-U-M, spectrum. This is known as spectrum. The 7 colors that you see is called the spectrum. So I've told you that the rainbow is a natural spectrum occurring that occurs, you see a natural spectrum after the rain shower. Whenever there is a rain, after the rain you will see, when the sun comes up you will see. And how it happens is that suppose the light from the sun, suppose it is the sun, okay, it falls on the raindrop. There is a raindrop that is in the atmosphere. There are millions of raindrops in our atmosphere. So suppose we take one of the raindrops, okay, so one of the raindrop, when light enters, okay, in this boundary, what will happen, there will be two things that will be happening. That is, one is refraction, okay, one is refraction and also dispersion. Dispersion means it will split up into the 7 colors, it will break up into 7 colors, as well as its direction, its original direction was this side, it will bend a little bit, okay, its original direction was this side, but it will refract, okay. Refraction plus dispersion will occur here, and then inside the raindrop there will be total internal reflection, there will be a reflection, okay, the entire band will be reflected, and when it comes out of the rainbow, again it will be refracted. So the observer will see a band of colors like that, okay. So there is another picture, so which will help you to understand better. There is another picture. So this is white light from the sun, okay. When white light from the sun, okay, enters the raindrop, this is our raindrop, and when it enters the raindrop at point B here, there is refraction plus dispersion, okay, these two occurs, refraction and dispersion occurs. Then inside here what happens, total internal reflection occurs, okay, total internal reflection occurs. And this total internal reflection you'll get in your 12th class, okay, but It means that whenever light, okay, at a certain angle, when light falls from, of course the boundary should be from denser to rarer. Okay, when a light coming from a denser medium, when a light coming from a denser medium, it falls on the boundary between the denser and rarer medium, and if there certain angle is satisfied, okay, when a certain angle is satisfied, that angle is called critical angle. Of course you don't need it now, but you should remember that total internal reflection occurs. Okay, it will not reflect, it will reflect it totally, and then while coming out again it will be reflected. Okay, when it reflected. So first here refraction plus dispersion, in this point refraction plus dispersion, then total internal reflection, and when it comes out again there is a refraction. So you will see the band of colors. So this is how a rainbow is formed.